everybody, hope you're all well. Welcome back to my channel. I'm back today with some DIYs for you, and not any old DIYs. We are talking Easter DIYs, no less. And all of the items that I'm going to be using for these DIYs are from bargain stores. So I picked up most of the stuff from Poundland or Home Bargains. So they're great if you're on a budget. If you're not watching from the UK, I'm sure you'll be able to pick up similar items from a bargain store near you. So hopefully these will give you some inspiration. Before we get into the DIYs, if you're new here, don't forget to click subscribe. I'm posting new videos every single week. And if you enjoy this video, or if you just appreciate the rabbit ears, do give it a little thumbs up. Don't forget you can always catch me over on Instagram as well. I post stories every day on Mr. Carrington, and also you can follow my home account for more home and interior and DIY inspiration, which is Mr. Carrington Home. So grab a little drink, grab an Easter egg if you've got one handy, and let's get cracking. See what I did there? For this I'm going to use one of these candlesticks and a 7-inch sandwich tin. So I'm just going to start by peeling off the stickers. And then using some hot glue, I'm going to go around the top of the candlestick and stick it onto the tin. Now that that's dry, I'm going to take it outside to give it a coat of primer, and then we're going to paint it. And I'm also going to give this guy who came from Poundland a good coat of the primer as well. Now that that's dried, I'm going to give it a coat of Stone Effect spray by Rust-Oleum. And then when it's dry, you just pop the rabbit inside. You can glue him there if you want, or you can leave him loose. So you can move him around, and you can use this to put cakes in or Easter eggs, or just have it as a display piece in the center of your table. I'm going to start by removing the labels and also the twine, and I'm going over it in a coat of chalk paint in the colour Louis Blue. Actually kind of like a plastic material, so the paint's separating slightly, but I don't mind that. I think it's adding to a slightly distressed effect. I think I'm going to leave that there. I like the way the paint's separated. I think it looks quite cool. So I might just leave that one as it is and not even go on with another coat. Now that the crate has dried, I'm going to draw a couple of egg shapes just on some scraps of paper that I had left over from another project. This paper's also from Paper Chase. So I'm just going to freehand draw the shape of an egg. Just trying to use as much of the paper as I can. And we'll cut that out. I'm going to use this now as a template for the other one. And then using the Decoupage glue, I'm going to stick them on the sides. Again, you could use PVA or something else. And then just thread the twine back through and knock this off at the other end. The polystyrene eggs, I'm going to paint them using chalk paint, and I'm going to pop a little bamboo skewer into each one just to help painting be a little bit easier. And you could leave these on the bamboo sticks as well to put them into plant pots or in the garden as Easter egg hunt markers, or you could use them as part of a flower arrangement. Okay, now that the eggs have dried, I've mixed up some water along with some acrylic-based metallic paint. So it's nice and runny, and I'm just going to use my brush to flick the paint on just to create some splatters. I'm doing this inside a box because obviously I don't want paint to get everywhere. So I'm just going to gently pull the bristles back. And I must shout out Chelsea, who's got a brilliant DIY channel. Definitely pop over and have a look. She gave me this idea. She did some Easter DIYs and they were all brilliant. So I'll link her video down below where she used a similar technique. If things like that happen, I'm just going to make this one painted because I think I butchered it. And to dry them, I've just been standing them up in a tall glass. Next, I'm going to take some of these artificial plants that I picked up in Poundland. I already had these and I thought this would be a good way to use them. And of course, after Easter, you can always take the eggs out of them. And what I'm going to do is just trim down each of the eggs and then poke them in. The bases of these are polystyrene, so you've got no problem inserting the canes. For this one, I'm taking this stag frame that was in the 25p sale in Poundland, and I'm going to pop the back off first of all. I'm going to use this as a guide just to draw around on some paper that I picked up in Paper Chase. You could use any wrapping paper that you like, or even scraps from magazines or fabric. And then using some decoupage glue, you could use PVA or some Pritt stick for this, I'm sure. I'm just gonna use this to stick the paper over the existing print. Are you gonna show through? Right, let's turn that around. And then you could paint the frame, but I quite like the grey, so I'm going to leave that how it is. And I'm going to pop this back inside. I've actually turned this over because this was showing through the paper, so rather than worrying about that, I've just flipped it over. And I'm just going to put a tiny blob of glue into each corner just to secure it into place. You could staple this. So that's on. Paper's gone a bit squiffy, but that's all right. We won't worry about that. And then just using a tiny bit of hot glue on the base of the rabbit, I'm going to attach this rabbit on that I picked up in Home Bargains. For the bunting, I'm taking a couple of strips of the paper and I'm just going to fold them up like a concertina to duplicate the egg shapes that I'm going to be drawing onto it. So I'm just going to go ahead and fold it roughly to the size that I want the eggs to be. And then onto that I'm going to draw an egg shape. And then cut that out. Oh, how's that happened? Why are these bits? Oh, those are shorter. I forgot that strip was shorter. What should we do? Let's just stick those on. That'd be alright. In fact, that would be better. We'll just pretend that that was meant to be. What I'm going to do though is just tear sections of the pink, as it's too small, and lay it over the speckled. And I think that'll look quite cool. Next I'm going to take some of these wooden pegs that I picked up in Poundland and a length of twine and hot glue these onto the twine and then attach the eggs all the way along it. Don't forget to tie a loop in one end so you can hang it up and leave a bit of excess. For this I'm taking some polymer clay or Fimo, and I'm going to take some white and also some pink and blue and just start by warming it up by rolling it into a big sausage. And then what I want to do is create some marble effects between the different colours. So I'm going to take some of the white and just add, so roll that up into a sausage, and then I think just add a tiny bit of blue to begin with. So I'm going to do a thinner sausage and then I'm going to intertwine the two together. So I'm going to get that, well, it's more like a worm, isn't it? And we're just going to wind those around each other like this. And then just twist it. And then I'm going to roll that. And then I'm going to fold that in half and twist it again. And then we're going to roll that out. And keep going with this technique until you've got the marble pattern that you like. And once you've got your effect that you're happy with, we can then create some egg shapes. So I'm going to separate this. So start by rolling it into a ball, and I'm just going to squash it down and then pinch it slightly at the top to make it a bit more of an egg shape. And I've actually used a similar technique to create some drink stirrers for Molly Makes magazine. So once that article is out, I'll be sure to share it on my Instagram and I'll let you know on here as well. So I've done exactly the same with the pink, and now I've just rolled it out and flattened it out into an egg shape, and I'm going to put these in the oven as per the instructions, which I think is half an hour, and then let them cool down and they'll be good to stick on. For this I'm going to take one of these arrows that I picked up in Poundland. I think this was in the sale as well, and start by snipping the tag off. So now these have been in the oven and they've cooled down, I'm just going to hot glue them onto the arrow. And I made a few small ones with what was left over. And there we go. So there we go, I really hope you enjoyed these Easter DIYs. Let me know in the comments down below which one was your favourite, and if you give any of these a go, don't forget to tag me in your pictures on Instagram. I'll leave the links for that down below. If you're new here, don't forget to click subscribe. I'm posting new videos every single week, and if you enjoyed these DIYs and would like to see more of them, do give this video a little thumbs up. I hope you have a brilliant Easter, whatever you're up to, and I'll see you very soon. Thanks for watching, bye. So I've got a container of water here, and I'm going to add a few drops of metallic paint. This is an acrylic based paint. Which isn't floating. Let's give it a stir and see what happens. Oh no. Okay, I don't think we're going to get any marble effect with that. Should we dip them in anyway? Oh my goodness. Right, let's try again. So really you should make sure your strips are both... How's that bit miss? Oh dear, okay, I didn't pay much attention. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you soon. Bye. Why did I put my thumb up? Oh my goodness. It's because I'm filming this back to front. Right, do that again.